Good afternoon, this is Joy from Rianshaw. You can find me at Scrapbooking Joy on Facebook, and you can also find me at Joy Menish on YouTube. Today I'd like to show my cards. I am in a June card challenge, and it has been organized by Peggy and Paige. Peggy you can find at JP Peggy 2, and Paige is Stamp Girl on YouTube. Here are their details. Also, there are other people who are on YouTube and they are participating, but I don't know them very well. My cards are 5 cards of completely different this time, and I'm happier with my cards this time. They seem to be better. Practice makes better in my case, not perfect. I get all my inspiration, well, most of my inspiration from YouTube, and I am grateful for all the people who share their different crafts with us. And I spend my early mornings watching YouTube. I wake up very early and I'm very lazy. I don't want to get out of bed, so I lie in bed until I need my cup of tea, because I'm British and I need my cup of tea in the morning, and watch YouTube. So thank you everyone for all your inspiration and your wonderful ideas. I am going to talk about 2 particular people besides Paige and Peggy as we go along. My first card is obviously in Spanish. I live in Spain, and it's important. Well, no, it's not important. I would like to sell my cards. So if I'm going to sell my cards, I think they will be in Spain. And so I've used Spanish words. There's nothing wrong with the English words. They understand and it's very fashionable. But also I think it's quite nice to use Spanish words. This card is made up using a paper line called Juniper Berry. It's by Basic Grey. It's a paper type, so it's quite strong paper type paper pad. It's a kit, and so it comes with letters as well as other things which I haven't used yet. I cut the corners with my particular corner. I think it's X-cuts or something like that. And also I was given, I bought my very first bow thinking it was going to be big, and it's very tiny. It's about 1 inch wide really, but it's quite pretty and it's very good for cards. So I also made up these little tiny flowers into kind of roses. You know, it's the circle type thing that you cut out, and I put a pearl in the middle of each. But the important thing is that this is a kind of gift card, and inside is a packet of tea, and this tea is organic tea, which I bought in London when I was visiting my son last weekend. I also decorated the inside with the roses. Sorry, that was my computer closing down. And here is Navidad, which means Christmas. There's another bow here. Obviously, it's flattened because of closing the card. This is a border die that I have had in my stash for a while. I think it's Thin Nuts. I was very pleased with the card. I thought, well, that's very nice having a cup of tea as in your card as a gift. But how about having tea for all the day? And so my next card was to incorporate the 3 lots of tea. For breakfast, for tea in the afternoon, and for supper just before you go to bed, which is a typical thing in the UK. It's called Joy. I don't usually like writing my name on Christmas cards because it's a bit presumptuous, but as it was going to be for an enjoyable day, I thought Joy would be a good thing. The little elf stamp picture was given to me by Peggy. Thank you very much, Peggy. It's wonderful. I've coloured it in. I've also put some, not stickles, Wink of Stella here. It doesn't show very much, but it does on the boots more than anything else. And 3 red pieces of bling here. It's got Velcro closing, which is not very typical for a card, but because it's got 3 packets of tea in it, I thought it was needed. I put a little tag here. Powder is for, and there is from. Inside, you can see, is the first packet of tea. It's breakfast tea. It comes from the same shop as I bought the other one. And here you've got Earl Grey for the afternoon, and finally the green tea with jasmine for the evening, to help you get rid of all the toxins. So after that, I decided that the best thing was to do just a plain card. And the joy and this Merry Christmas comes from Tim Holtz words. I think they're called seasonal words or something like that. I have had these Christmas trees in my die cutting stack for a little while now. I think I bought them the Christmas before last, but I haven't really used them until now. As you can see, I've put bling in the holes of the Christmas tree, and I'm using this foam that I had a great difficulty with last month, only to discover the bright idea came when I was talking about it last month, that I was cutting it out in the wrong direction. This is a mesh on top, and if you cut it out one way, it stays together, and if you cut it out the other way, it kind of disintegrates. I also put 3-star blings on the top. And inside, I have stamped it. And look, it's a perfect stamp. This is so unusual for me, but a girl, her name, I don't know her name, but she is at Hair to Go, and she's British. She made prototype of a stamping tool, and it's from a CD holder, and here, as you can see, is the stamp Feliz Navidad, and you open it, you put your piece of card here, stick it down with a bit of washi tape, press down, undo, and you have a perfect stamp. Thank you so much. That has saved my life. It's wonderful to be able to stamp and know that you get a good image. So I also have to thank Olga, and I don't know how to pronounce your surname, Olga. I think it's Direktorenko or something like that. Anyway, I'm sorry if I'm not doing it properly. And if it's not your surname and it's just your YouTube name, sorry again. But thank you so much for showing your 25 Christmas cards last year. I discovered them, as I say, when I was watching the YouTube early in the morning, and most of Olga's cards are white. I think she's Spanish because one of them is Feliz Navidad. If she's not Spanish, she's South American, speaking Spanish. And I couldn't copy her cards because I haven't got the same things as she has. But she gave me the idea of copying the style. So this has been, she cut out her die cuts in threes and stuck them together, which is what I've done here. And she put a lot of the time vellum behind them, so I've put the vellum behind this. It's nothing like hers, of course. Hers are absolutely brilliant, like Peggy's and Paige's cards. They are master crafters of card making. But once again, I'm very pleased with it. And as I was using 3 cards, well, 4 with this one as well, I decided that I would use the envelope paper, which was a perfect match for the card, as my snowflakes. Once again, we've got Tim Holtz words, seasonal words, Merry Christmas, and inside I've stamped another perfect Feliz Navidad. I'm not so sure that I should have done it in red. I think it should have been in green, so I might change that. But look, what an improvement, eh? And finally, as Christmas trees are a very important part of the Spanish Christmas, I decided to do it in this green glitter paper. I don't know if... oh, it's not paper, sorry, glitter foam. And on top, I've printed out Merry Christmas... not printed out, sorry. Cut out with my die cut Merry Christmas again in white foam. It's not exactly white, it's a sort of snowy foam. Snowy coloured foam, and inside I've put one of the Christmas trees that you have there, but I didn't put any bling here because I thought less is more, isn't it? That's what they say, so without having too much bling inside. And once again I've done another perfect Feliz Navidad here. Well, I hope you like my cards. I'm so pleased with them coming along gradually, much better. I hope that you accept this one as a card. It was the idea of a card, even if it turned out to be a bit heavier than the normal card. And I like the idea of giving somebody the tea for the whole day. Maybe it would be quite nice to add a coffee as well for morning 11s. So those are my 5 Christmas cards for June, for the June challenge, and I hope you like them, and we'll be seeing each other quite soon. Happy crafting days. Bye for now.